What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Yeah, so obviously, as you guys can tell by the title, today we're going to be working on the front end of the F150 build that we got going on. We're here inside the shop today just because the weather in Colorado is super bipolar. So look, if you guys don't believe me, it was snowing this morning. It was literally snowing this morning, like blizzering, like you couldn't see 5 feet in front of you, and now it's on ice. That's literally how bipolar Colorado weather is. Look, look. So I don't know if you guys still see the truck. It still has like little icicles, and the headlights are super dirty, and yeah, like that's why we're inside the shop today. Usually I'd be working on it outside, but yeah, no, the wind just ain't it. But yeah, like I said, today we're gonna be working on the front end of this thing. I think it's like one of my biggest pet peeves that I've had since I bought the truck, and I should have done this a long time ago. I just never, I guess, paid too much attention, and since it's the daily and you know, it's just like the work truck. And then I was always focused on Coyote. I never really worried about working on this thing and switching the parts out. But you guys are about to see what we're going to do to it. So yeah, let me flip the camera around and let me show you guys what we're working on today. Alrighty, guys, so let's walk over here. First of all, we picked up a new valance. I was thinking about maybe like going like with a lightning valance on this thing. Sorry, it's going to be kind of tight today just because we have all the tires here and a little heater, but we're gonna make it work. So yeah, as I mentioned in previous videos, the old owner cut this thing up super bad, and I just never liked it. I never liked how it looked. I think it looks like super, just like chopped up, you know what I mean? Like super hacked up, and that's just not the way I usually have my trucks, you know? Not that I'm gonna do anything like too crazy to it, but I just think a clean look, oh, there you go. I just think a clean look just goes a long way. So yeah, like I said, we picked up a new piece. I was thinking about painting it black, but then I don't want it to look like spray painted, because obviously I would spray paint it because I'm not a painter at all. But over time, I just don't want the paint to start chipping and stuff like that. So I think we're gonna leave it gray for a bit, see how I like it. If I want to switch it up in the future, I most definitely can. But yeah, look, so you guys can tell this is the shape that it's supposed to be, and this is the shape that it is right now. I'm telling you, it's super chopped up, just gross. Let me show you guys what else we picked up. So, boom. This is something else we picked up. So we picked up new headlights, new clear headlights, fog lights, new LED bulbs, and the pigtails. The pigtails to the correct bulbs. A little tip of advice when you guys are buying lights. So I picked these up off Amazon. Everything here I picked up off Amazon. These are supposed to be a really good brand. They're Depot. I was looking at the forums on these, and everybody recommends them. They look super good with the clear headlights. And since I knew I wanted to go with clear headlights, don't mind my watch. My watch has been through it. But anyways, since I knew I wanted to go with clear headlights, I decided to pick these up, and they come with the brackets. So that was super cool. They come with bulbs and everything inside of them as well. But like I just said, we picked up new bulbs, so we don't really have to worry about that. So yeah, what I was getting at is these right here are, like I said, are off Amazon, and I want to try something out with these. So I don't know if you can tell. Let me see right here. I don't know if you can tell, I put silicone all around the edges, because that right there was like a huge gap. That right there was a huge gap, and over time, water and condensation would have gotten into them, like these headlights. So I don't know if you can tell, it's super dirty right now, but I don't know if you can tell that condensation inside of there. And I just didn't want the same thing to happen to those. You know what I mean? I've heard about it in the past. You know, everybody's like, hey, you know, get silicone, toss some of that in there on the edges, and you'll be good. You know what I mean? So we're gonna see how long these last. This one was always pretty good. I've had these on here for about like 2 years now. So they're definitely done good. You know, no complaints at all. They've definitely done good for what they are. But, you know, I just want to prevent it in the future. If I can make them last a little bit longer, why not? And then I thought about getting clear headlights when I got these. But I just saw like a bunch of lightnings and everything that had these headlights, and I just really liked it. I thought it was a vibe. So I picked these up. No regrets. I thought the truck looked great. But it's time to switch it up a little bit. Especially since we're going to do everything. Like I said, it's time to just switch it up and make it all come together. What else did I want to bring up? Alrighty, so here we are on the bottom of the truck, and this is another thing I wanted to bring up. So I picked up these fog lights a long time ago. Same thing like since I got the truck, just because I knew the truck had fog lights, but it didn't at the same time. So I had the option of fog lights from the dealership, but the old owner, you know, kind of messed everything up, but the wiring was still there. So I kind of like adapted these in there. Let me get over here and show you guys. So if you guys can tell, where they at? I kind of just like spliced in the negative and the positive from these rigid lights to work with the switch inside the truck. You guys can see all the snow and everything right there. And just kind of like zip tied it up there. So the truck still has the wiring for the fog lights. So that's why I picked up those pigtails over there. I picked up those pigtails to, you know, do everything right, I guess. You know, that way it can just hook up and unhook and everything. And I just kind of like just put the light right there. With that bolt it came with. And yeah, and like I said, ever since I've never liked it. I've never liked how it looked, and it just looks empty, you know, like just kind of like hacked together. Same thing on this side, on the driver's side. Everything just looks, I don't know, just boopty, you know, just really bad. You can see the wiring just kind of like exposed right there. I just kind of put it together with some electrical tape and just made it work. But that's definitely not the way I usually do these. Work on my trucks, you know, but it worked for what it was, but now it's time to switch it up. So yeah, let me see, I guess, how to take this bumper off, and we'll go from there. Alrighty guys, so picking up where we left off, I was able to get these fog lights out. So here they are. They're obviously super dirty right now, but that's the little bolt that I had them held in with. And I thought a long time ago that I just chopped this harness up and just kind of like adapted them, but thankfully I was somewhat smart when I did this 2 years ago, and I chopped up the harness side, I guess you could say, of the other lights. So I wish I could have just gotten these plugins, but I think it would have been a lot better if I just got these plugins because they're waterproof, you know. But obviously it's too late for that now, so we are just gonna go ahead and unhook it from here where I did that somewhat wiring job a while back ago. And then we're gonna take off the whole bumper, because these bolts to get to this valance, these bolts up there are gonna be a pain in the ass to get to in here. So if I take off the bumper, and then, you know, I'll have more room to just mess with it. The bumper comes off with 1, 2, as I'm getting showered and ice. The bumper comes off with 1, 2. You can kind of see the other ones. 3, 4, and then same thing on the other side. So that's what I'm tackling now. It's just a pain in the butt, because obviously I don't know when's the last time those little bolts were off. So that's what we're tackling now. But I figured I'd hop on here, you know, give you guys a quick little update. There's my light. Give you guys a quick little update, and yeah, let's see how long it takes me to get this bumper off. Alrighty guys, little update. So I gave up on trying to get those off because the space is just way too tight and impossible, because those are pretty rusted on there. So if you go ahead and look in here, there are 2 bolts right there, and obviously same thing on the other side that look to be in way better condition than the ones out here, and those are coming off pretty easily. So I'm gonna just go ahead and remove those 2, and those 2 on the other side, just right in there. Obviously just put this plastic up a little bit, and they're just right back there. And yeah, so I just wanted to hop on here and give you guys a little update. Boom. So we were able to get the bumper off. Everything came out great. Everything came out super smooth. It's those 2 bolts right there and right there, and everything comes off together, which I think is a lot easier. Let me show you what they look like on the truck side. So it's that right there and that right there, and everything just comes off. Everything comes off as one piece. So this is the wiring I did, like I said, 2 years ago. It's honestly not that bad. So I think all I'm gonna do to this is just put some heat shrink over it, and then rewrap it in electrical tape, And I think this connection right here should be good. It was working fine so for 2 years, so I don't want to mess with that. Everything's good. But another reason why I didn't cut it off right there is because these pigtails, these connectors, let me see if I can get one out real quick. These connectors are too short in my opinion. And it's gonna put way too much stress on the wire. So if I was to cut it like somewhat like right there, the fog light ends up, or actually, that might actually work. But no, I don't want to risk it. So I think I'm just gonna put this right here, just connect it right there. You can see I just cut off this little pigtail right here, which isn't the end of the world because I would have had absolutely no use for this anyway. Unless I plan to use these lights for something else, but I really don't. I'm not a huge fan of like LED bars on trucks, or ditch lights or anything like that. Maybe sometime in the future I'll use them, like maybe on the Can-Am or something like that if we ever get that thing fixed. But for now, I think I'm just gonna let it go. So yeah. Wow, now I'm really considering just hooking this up here. No, because it's gonna put way too much stress. Or actually, it might not. Because the fog light sits something like right here. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna go ahead and take this off. And just send it. We're just gonna connect these right here. Or technically it'd be like that. Connect these right here with some nice heat shrink and everything. Like make sure we do a good job. And then, yeah. And we're gonna hook up this one right here. I already made sure that this plug-in works with the lights, so that's good. Everything works as it should. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. Alrighty guys, so I'm gonna show you how I like to wire or like splice cables together. So this is the pigtail, and I like to strip the wires and just make like a little like split in them. Same thing on the truck side, same thing whatever it is you're splicing together. And
if you can see a little bit, splice them together. I don't know
how well you guys can see that. So it should look something like that when you guys are splicing them together. And then obviously the two ends that are together, or sorry, the two ends that you're left with, just go ahead and twist them together. And you should have a pretty strong connection. I'm not saying it's better than like soldering anything, but obviously I don't have the soldering tool, so I can't do that. But I have the heat shrink on here already. I put the heat shrink on before, because obviously once the wires are like caught up, you can't put the heat shrink on them. So you just go ahead and do a little bit like that, and then boom. And then you should have two pretty solid connections. You know, two solid connections that shouldn't be getting anywhere, that shouldn't be going anywhere, and the water shouldn't get in them. Now, you just go ahead and clean it up with some electrical tape. Just go ahead and wrap it around just to like extra protect it, I guess. I don't think you need it, but you know, for me that, or at least this Colorado weather is super bipolar and you'll never know. I just don't want to have to redo this, you know, some other time. So I figured I might as well just get it done right now. Alrighty guys, so here it is. Once you're done, it should look something like this. So like I said earlier, this truck was already wired for fog lights. I did not rewire it, I did not run a switch inside, none of that. The truck already had, because it is an XLT, so the truck had fog lights to begin with. It's just over the years, I'm blaming everything on the old owner, but who knows, like maybe he could have bought it like that, you know? So yeah, so this is what it should look like. These are the fog light, this is the fog light wiring. So this is what I was able to do. It looks pretty secure. I don't think any water is going to be getting in here or anything like that. Plus, the valance kind of like comes under the fog lights, so I think we should be all right. But yeah, this is what it should look like. You know, just nice, clean, simple, nothing crazy. Don't mind the rust. This truck's been through it, but once the bumper goes on, you can't see that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and knock out that side. Alrighty guys, so as you guys just saw, we just finished up over there. Now we are in the other bay with the bumper. I'm trying to get these off. These ones right here. It's 1, 2, you can see I already snapped that one. 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there's one back there. Yeah, look, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That one's missing. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I have to figure out how I'm gonna get all these off and pray that they come off just like nice and easy. Thankfully, that valance already has the bumper, the little piece on it. So if some of these do start snapping, I'm not really worried about it because I can just take them off of there. Hopefully I can get those off and then just use those as spares to put everything back on top of here how it's supposed to, because that one already has the bottom piece connected. So that should work out nicely. So I'm going to try to get these off, not necessarily as quick as I can, but you know, somewhat efficiently, I guess you could say. So yeah, let me just go ahead and try to knock these out real quick and then we'll go from there. Alrighty guys, so a whole shit show later, because that's what I'm gonna call it, because those little bolts were stuck on this old fucking literally valance that literally just came apart as I was working on it. So we got the new piece on. I just wanted to power through it. Got the new piece on. Got the new LED bulbs on the bottom on. I'm still gonna be missing, obviously with the new brackets on the lights. I'm still gonna be missing a couple bolts behind it, but that's not a big deal because I can just order the new ones and then just reach my hand under the truck and just put them on. So I'm not really worried about it, but yeah, so we got the corner ones on, and 2 on each fog light just to hold them in place, and then a couple in the middle just so that everything sits good. We already flipped it around earlier and everything looks good. It lines up. Fog lights fucking line up perfect. These ones right there. Yeah, there's really nothing left to do to this bumper but literally just toss it on, switch out those headlights, plug in the fog lights, make sure everything works, and we'll be golden. But yeah, that literally took me probably like 3 hours. I was trying to do it like a conservative way, you know, really take my time, unscrew every single one of them, and so I just got fed up. So I pulled that hose right there, a cutting wheel that I have over there, a little grinder, and I started chopping up. I started cutting everything. So as you can tell, everything was just super rusted. Look, everything just came apart. Look, this piece still has a little piece of the bolt in it. So, yeah. But thankfully, we got it done. I was able to pull like these clips for the fog lights because you need little clips behind it so that these can hold in from this piece. Thankfully, the new bumper, like I said, comes with like these rivets. So I didn't need to reuse the ones on there, so I used the little clips off of that one and put them on the fog lights, and everything just kind of worked out. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move this over there, get this bumper tossed on. So, like I said, we just kind of powered through it. But we got the bumper on. Let me see if I can show you guys better. The bumper is on. Let me get under and show you guys how it all went together. So, there's the fog lights. With the new wiring, everything lined up perfect. Everything works as it should. Same thing on this side. New fog lights with the wiring and everything. Like I said, everything works as it should. You can see the difference in the new and the old. But thankfully, I did decide to take the bumper off. Honestly, it made things 1,000 times easier because I can't imagine getting that grinder, that cutting wheel in here. But everything came out as it should. Obviously, put this plastic back on. Just a couple little push pins right there. Alrighty, guys. So we're up top now. And let me show you guys how to get these headlights off. On these older trucks, it's super simple. You literally just pull this forward and pull this one up and forward as well. You can see how the headlight has tabs. So you have to kind of like wiggle it up in order to wiggle this headlight out. As far as getting the corner light off, it's literally just that little screw right there. So you go ahead and pull that one off, pull these tabs up and forward. Same thing on this side. Up and forward, and it literally just pops off. It's the next day here at the shop. Last night it got kind of late on us. I didn't have time to, like, I guess stop and record my initial reaction of how this thing turned out. But I think it looks sick. I think it turned out super cool. We just ran into some problems yesterday, which I'll go over in the video. But it is the next day. Like I said yesterday, it got super late on us. We had to rush out of here. And plus it was dark, so I couldn't give you guys, like, how do you call it, like a good, I guess, view of this thing, of how it turned, like how it came together. But I'm gonna put it in a little like montage video, like a little b-roll footage, and yeah, let me know what you guys think. And then after that, we'll go over, you know, my impressions, I guess, my thoughts, I guess, on how this thing turned out. I think it looks great. But yeah, enough talking. Here we go. Boom! So here she is in all her glory, all put together with the clear headlights, clear fog lights, new valance, LEDs in the fog lights. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think this thing looks sick. I think this thing came together like just amazing. I'm so happy to get that other valance off. Like, this just looks great. You know what I mean? Like, it's like an OEM plus kind of look. As far as what we ran into yesterday, like little complications we ran into yesterday, these headlights do not have the best fitment, I guess you can call it. So for those that don't know, these headlights have like 3 guide pins in the back of them that simply just need to guide in to like the header panel of the truck, and they'll go in just fine. Those guide pins were not working. Like, they were not like complying with this at all yesterday. So these headlights are supposed to be like a 15-minute job. Like, you know, swap bulbs, throw them in. I've done it 40 times right now. It's perfect. Yesterday, this thing was just giving me hell. And I don't know if you can tell, that's the best we could get it as far as fitment, you can tell there's like a little space right here. That's the best we can get it as far as fitment. But you know, they look good. They look good. They seem to be like good quality. Like I said, the fitment was just a little bit off. Same thing with this side. This side we were able to get it a little bit closer, you know, like flush. But yeah, that's the best we could do. But I think this thing turned out great. Obviously, no complaints. You guys heard me yesterday, earlier in this video, technically. No complaints on the fog lights, no complaint on the valance. Everything came out great. The tires do rub a little bit more. So on the old valance, it was cut right here. And now, obviously, since it's not cut anymore, it's just rubbing a little bit. You can kind of see it right there. But other than that, no complaints at all. I think this thing is coming together super nice. I really do want to replace that windshield and get it tinted. But yeah, I don't know what else is left to do to this thing as far as exterior goes. I really do want to throw on some spacers as well. 2-inch spacers. I had said that in another video. 2-inch spacers. Hold up. Never fails. It always happens when I'm recording. But yeah, I do want to toss on some 2-inch spacers. And then I'm thinking a cowl hood. I think a cowl hood on this thing would look really nice. Another thing that I was thinking about doing is tossing on a rear little spoiler, like the lightning spoilers that they have. This little spoiler just comes up right here. I think it would look sick. You know, kind of give it like a 4x4, but yet sporty look. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you guys are enjoying these videos, like I said, drop a like. Let me know if there's anything you guys would rather see, I guess. If you guys want me to do Coyote vlogs or do the diesel, do this one, do my Pop's truck. My Pops has one of these as well. It is a 2002. It's green on, you know, full air ride, billets, everything. If you guys want to see that truck as well, let me know. I don't know why, but like in this family, we are a huge fan of these trucks. So we just love to mess with them. But yeah, let me know. I obviously do have to fix this fender as well. But yeah, I just can't imagine with like a 2-inch spacer, just so he can come out just a little bit, you know, make it look a little bit beefier. Like I said, do a cowl hood, do that wing in the back. And I'm also thinking about a sunroof this year. Do a sunroof and see how this thing turns out. But yeah, here it is in all her glory. I try to do these videos as detailed as possible because I know what it's like to watch a video hoping to learn something, or if you're on a project, you're working on a project and, you know, they skip over like key information, that's where you get stuck. You know what I mean? So that's why I try to do these videos as detailed as possible. You know, really take my time with them. But if you guys just want to see like start to finish, just like a quick time lapse, not so much talking, let me know as well. I can do that as well. But yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Like I said, next thing we're probably going to do is fix up the suspension a little bit, spacers, and then we'll start doing with more exterior stuff. But yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.